It sucks. Hey everyone, how's it going? I made a video about a month ago when I did a full upgrade and expansion to the crypto closet. And right now I got 3 of my Octominers and then 2 more 56s, and also in anticipation of Yeti, doing a little bit of hosting for him as well as soon as market conditions get to the point where he can actually buy some more GPUs. Unfortunately, 2 weeks after I made that video, there's been some internal restructuring going on here at the company I work for. My job's perfectly safe, fine, I'm still in great rapport with them, but I can't host stuff here anymore. So the crypto closet has to go. Thankfully, they gave me some leeway in time to figure out how and where I'm going to move everything. So it wasn't like I immediately had to shut everything off, but I do have a time frame of when I got to get the stuff out of here. So I still plan on doing hosting on a small scale for people. Like I'll keep hosting 56s to Octominers for the summer at least. So this way he doesn't overheat his house at all. The only thing I'm actually hosting right now for Yeti is actually for Yeti's wife. She has her own mini Doge here that she bought from 56. So I'm running that right now, but that's barely hosting. Most of this will be able to transfer over because we're going to take everything back home, but I'm not going to overheat my basement doing all this. So we're going to do a shed build. I'm already 2 weeks into the shed build because as soon as I got that information that I need to move out of this room, I immediately started the wheels. Now I'm going to do this all in one video. If you want to see good shed builds, HiveOS is currently in the process of doing a shed build, and ChumpChange, he literally just finished converting an old work trailer into a mining closet, mining shed, if you want to go with that. I will link his down in the video description, as well as Hobbyists. I will put that down if you want to go for that. But for right now, let's go back home and I'm going to show you what I've done so far, and we'll continue onward with the progress in the same video, finalizing with most of this being moved over and actually running at home. So now that I'm home, got my garden over here, kids' toys all over there. There is a shed over here, but this is not mine. This is my in-laws, so I cannot use that for crypto mining or anything like that. Don't want to either, because this type of roof profile kind of sucks for airflow. So nope, not worried about that. What I did do though, is right over here. This is a Suncast vinyl plastic shed. It measures 3 foot deep by 6 foot wide by 6 foot height. Did not come with these front vents. I literally just installed them the other day between shooting the first part of this video and now. I do need to spray paint them because, yeah, it just sticks out like a sore thumb. I do not have the exhaust fan yet, but it is built. It is on a nice stable base for it. I have the power ran to it, so let's open it up. One latch up here, one latch down here. And I still have all my tools in here because I'm still building it out as we speak. But at least I have one of the 2 PDUs installed in here. You can actually see it is running as we speak. Not doing anything, but it is mounted. And I used a 2x4 shelving that I originally had down in the basement, since I can't use the metal shelving that we just got. It's just not wide enough for that metal shelving. And I couldn't really find anything that was wide enough to use the metal shelving. So it's like, forget it. Let me reuse the 2x4s, shrink the shelving down a little bit here, and I'll put the metal shelving as storage down in my basement. So at least I'm not using any extra money. Now when it comes to electrical for this, no, it is not fully up to code. I know. It's close enough. It's safe for my job. Do not copy me. Do your own research. I don't want to hear it, type of deal. With that being said, basically, I ran a 60 amp breaker inside out to here with 2 gauge aluminum wire. So the wire is oversized for what I need to do, and the breaker is undersized. I have 2 30 amp 240 circuits, and then a single 120
20 amp circuit back there for running exhaust fan and other little 110 loads once we get to that point. Just a little 6 circuit breaker using 5 of the 6 circuits and mounted off to the side here. Now for these vents, the intake vents I have here, I picked these up for about $50 each at Lowe's. They're an 18-inch by a 24-inch. These are dual louvered or double louvered, so this way, no matter, even if you get a driving rain into it, no moisture should be able to get inside. And it is a 2-piece construction style, sort of like what ChumpChange uses, just a little bit bigger. So I'm not sure exactly how much airflow I'm going to get through this. We need to test it once I get the exhaust fan in later today. I'm actually waiting for UPS as we speak. And my basic thinking is I want to do a very small version of like a hot aisle, cold aisle. This is why I got the rack right in the center here. I have about 10 inches in the front here, very front of the rack, which will be my cold aisle. The whole bottom here will be Octominers. I should be able to fit 7 or 8 Octominers easily right down here. Top shelf will be like CPU miners, ASICs and stuff like that. I'm going to put foam or cardboard or something in the front here, cut out to the profile of whatever we're using to help make that hot and cold aisle. And then I have another 10, 12 inches in the back here, and that whole back area will be exposed to the hot aisle, and I'm going to put the exhaust fan right here, so this way it sucks from this whole top half and the back area and allows the cool air to come right in through the front. That's the idea. We're gonna have to test this. Now before I cut the holes and installed the front intakes, this shed has actually gone through 2 storms already, and it's been bone dry. The only place that ever builds up water is this little catch right here at the bottom. I'm probably gonna just drill a little hole here to help drain that water on out, but that's literally just the catch for the bottom of the door. That is the only place that builds water. Everything else in here, bone dry. Even after sealing up where my electrical has, that's gone through 1 rainstorm, bone dry, no problems. So we haven't had a chance to test the intake vents, and I'm hoping, thank God the sun is out right now, that UPS shows up in enough time I can install the exhaust vent and we can test everything with it up and running, sucking air in and doing a circulation with nothing else in here while it rains, just to validate that everything will stay dry in here before I move all the hardware from the crypto closet back over here to, I guess, what, crypto shed? Okay, so it's the next day and the fan has come in. Before I describe what fan this is, it has been raining since last night and all day today. It just stopped like 2 hours ago. You can still see all the water on the ground basically, and you can see the water on the intake vents. So let's open up the shed now and make sure it's still dry in there. Make sure these vents are actually not allowing any water in. They're still dry. So let's hit this lock. Trying to keep my feet from getting muddy here. And it is completely dry, just right on this lip where I fully expect the water to be. But there's a little step up. Everything in here, perfectly bone dry still. I love it. So, going back to the fan, this is an AC Infinity T16 model. It can move up to 2,500 CFMs of air a minute. The controller is fully programmable, which I'll show in a little bit. And apparently it's even Bluetooth as well. So you can control it through your Android or probably your iOS phone. So, let's go ahead and get this installed right into that corner right there. Okay everyone, I got the AC Infinity exhaust fan installed. It's running at half speed right now. The only thing I still need to do to it is I need to run a nice bead of caulk all the way around here and fix my little hole here. This way it's nice and weather sealed. Let's take a look inside. And it nestles in here perfectly, mounted to the sidewall. Don't really need the silicone inside here. And I even got the controller sitting up top here. Kind of hard to see with the reflection, but also right next to it, that little silver thing is the temperature sensor and humidity sensor as well. Definitely need to do some wire management, but at the same time, I need to clean up all this whole mess. So I'm going to silicone this, let this sit overnight, leave the fan on 5 for the time being, and make sure everything's still dry inside here when I come out. If everything's dry in here tomorrow evening, then Saturday after work, I'm going to bring all the Octominers and put 5 Octominers down here.
bring over my true network switch because I am not using that cheap Netgear. It's just not going to work for me. So I'm going to bring my network switch, 5 Octominers, my other PDU. We're going to mount that and we'll get this actually running here. In the future, we'll move the ASICs and the CPU miners. That will be down in the future, probably like a few weeks from now. Okay, so it's been 2 days since I installed that fan, and today is full moving day. Now, it's the middle of the day on a Saturday, and it is 90 degrees Fahrenheit out here. It's pretty hot with the humidity. So, if I use the app for the actual fan that's in there, you can see it's 95.2 degrees Fahrenheit. But remember, that sensor is all the way at the very top, right by that black roof right up here. So, it is a little warm up top, but I also have 1,000 watts running in there. I moved over the ASICs the other day. So let's go ahead and take a look at those right now. Because remember, the sensor is right up here, so it's reading the top temperature, and I can still adjust this some. I know last night when I looked at it after the sun went down, with these running, it was only about 75 degrees Fahrenheit in here, and the fan was only running on 2. Right now, she's cranked all the way to 10, but I still got some more adjustment, because honestly, it's not that hot around here. And definitely not hot down here at all. But I got 2 mini Doges. This one's Mrs. Yeti's. This one's mine, and the L3 is also mine. So, combined all together, we are literally at 1,000 watts. So, today, what we're going to do is get all this crap out of here, and we're going to install the 5 Octominers. 3 that are mine, 2 of them that are 56s, the switch, the wiring, the second PDU. So, instead of me talking constantly, let's switch on over to a time lapse. So there's everything for right now. I definitely need to do some more cable management, but this should be good. Let's wait till tonight. We'll close up for a few hours and see how hot it actually gets in here. Okay, everyone, 2 more days later, and I think I'm going to wrap up the video with this. I just wanted to show what I got going on here. I really haven't changed much since the last time, just more testing and exhaust fan optimization. So right now at this moment, it is 78 degrees outside. So let's go ahead and look at the temperatures on HiveOS on my Octominer cases and see what the intake temperature is. And right now the intake temperature, I don't know if we can see that right there, but it is 33 degrees Celsius, which, let's see here what the conversion is here, is 91.4 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's working okay. Let's go ahead and open it up and we'll finish this up. So as you can see, I have not added in any baffling between the hot and cold side right now. I'm probably going to save that for another video because it's running okay right now. And honestly, even on a 90-degree day, it might hit 95 degrees down here on the bottom. All the lower power cards, which we're running here, they don't mind. It's okay with them. They don't overheat. I do have one 3070 Ti in this case right here. The memory does get close to about 100 degrees Celsius on it, and it's unmodded. It's just a regular EVGA XC3 3070 Ti. And even that one, when it's hot outside, it gets up to 100C on memory. Otherwise, it usually runs around 88C. Perfectly fine. The mini Doges over here are fine. I got rid of the L3 Plus for the time being because it's just not profitable at all. I got plenty of space here. I can at least fit 3 more Octominers here. The switch is sitting over here on the side, and I still need to bring my CPU miners over, which that will also be another video. The exhaust fan runs usually full speed on a 10 during the daytime, and I've seen it go down when it hits about 65 degrees overnight. It's tuned to go down to like about 5 out of 10 and saves a little bit of power. So everyone, thanks for watching. Comments down below. Come say hi over at Misfit Mining. The link for that is also down in the video description. Check out the HiveOS videos. I'm going to link that down below again for his shed build. At the time of me recording this, he is still working on that project. He actually just got the shed delivered. So he hasn't finished all the electrical wiring and everything else. I just wanted to throw this all up together in one video. So I'll catch you later. Say hi to Hobbyist for me. Thanks for watching.